The in-out OKY COKY. Get out, fat Boris spouts. Hear, 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 Nigel lustily shouts. They're the ones who shout the loudest and say of Britain we're the proudest. The likes of Bozza and mate Farage dismiss folks' genuine fears. After all, Nige will still afford his taste in fancy beers. Extolling last century values, worshipping shit-covered statues, political has-beens on time-worn plinths share prominent spaces with Peter Pan and Guam-covered prancing nymphs. On bended knee they fervently plead to someone there unable to see, watch over our beloved Queen's extended family. As Farage and blonde bunce Boris wind up their let's get out rant, hoping these aisles stay pleasantly green and be never described as verdant, while spewing misleading bollocks, praising corrupt past old monarchs. Each week a brand new hospital, Nigel lustily screams. He doesn't say we could save as much scrapping Trident submarines, and might as well, while we're at it, expensive kings and queens. He should look into his history books and since World War I discover the British have been warring in some theatre or another. Each and every 12 months of the recent century past, must we leave and chance our loose hopes of enduring peace at last? Not 1 month in those 100 years went without a fight, the flower of our English youth cut down in shiny boots to feed an obscure trading war's economic roots. If we were forward thinking and to stay in all said yes, we'd have 20-odd potential future adversaries less. Never more to see in an English field a blood-stained axe by a dented shield. The modern EU invader treads his ancestors' undefined graves, as did those before him, thousands wave upon wave. Though not lately a bloodthirsty savage, looking to rape and ravage, instead he adopts his bellicose crouch to harvesting lettuce and cabbage. This is a little something I put together in a failed effort to encourage a yes vote in the EU referendum back in 2016. I'm sad the Remain has lost, but to remain a true democracy and to avoid possible civil unrest, we must honour the referendum result so that the ill-informed, racist, tainted mob can experience the consequences of their folly for the next 20 years or so. At the end of which period the realisation will dawn, as always, to the man in the street that the grass was only greener for the likes of Jacob Retro Mogg and his ilk outside of the European community. Just for a matter of interest, take the Reese from within his name, and what have you got? The perfect name for a Dickensian character, Jacob Mogg. He and the rest of an elected bandalog have been chattering inconclusively for nearly 3 years, longer, I think, than the previously elected Parliament existed, legitimising reasons for a second referendum plus general election combined. The two main parties, Labour and Tory, have improved what a disgraceful, disorganised shambles they are, prompted a very good friend, Joe Tooley, to recommend voting for any candidate other than the present shedful of incompetence when the time comes. It stands to sense that as prosperity builds and spreads throughout the European community, the small economic nomadic groups will eventually drift back whence they originated to enjoy the standards of living we in these islands have unappreciated for so long, leaving us to harvest our own turnips, or us, God forbid, digging theirs.